4 a.m.
Just getting the heat started somewhere. Go back to bed.
Ah Yoke, your father came over for breakfast.
We can no longer endorse his marriage to my daughter.
Calm down, Yoke.
You put out this statement after we agreed that you let me handle this.
Your mother and I both agreed that your approach to dealing with Dr. Shen had become untenable.
Oh, and you all want to talk. You're always harping on about putting up a united front.
Honestly, Yoke, it's high time that we end all this he said, she said, back and forth nonsense.
It was like watching a car crash in slow motion. The media was lapping it up. Come on, Yoke, what do you hope to gain by this?
We are family. We should be sticking together.
That is precisely why we all have to be on the same page.
You need to let go of this joker and move on.
I will move on when I decide it's time to move on.
She's stubborn as a bloody mule, that girl. I believe she gets it all from you.
Keep telling yourself that. For goodness sake, Yoke. You haven't even eaten anything yet.
What are you going to do about it? Force feed me?
Look, for what it's worth, Shen told me all about his mental problems.
He did? When did you even speak to him? What did he say?
Why would you want to marry a crazy person?
Quote of the year, right there from the Queen of Hearts herself.
Even his own family has made it quite clear that they want nothing to do with him. So really, there's nothing to be gained from this marriage.
Again, spoken with such compassion. Look, you have no idea how difficult it is for him, okay?
Yes. So difficult that he had no choice but to run into the arms of other women.
I still intend on getting to the bottom of it. Okay? I know he couldn't have done it voluntarily.
Don't bother you. Considering what he stood to gain, he's nothing but a fool to just give it all up like that. He doesn't deserve you.
Why must everything be so transactional for you?
This is the time to do some damage control. Sorry to say, it is no longer up to you. I am going to do everything I can to make sure he stays as far away as possible from our family.
I'm sorry to say, I don't give a damn.
And Nikki, don't think I can't tell you didn't brush your teeth. Did you brush your teeth?
Of course. Italy again?
Yes. And it's lovely as always, Ananya.
Well, we are still working our way through that big batch that I froze. But hey, if you prefer something else, please feel free to wake up earlier to prepare it yourself.
You should be thankful that Auntie Ananya learned Pati's famous Italy recipe.
Hey, not just learned, mastered.
Haven't you been awake since 4 a.m.? How are you so awake?
Early Bala catches the worm. Who could that be?
Surprise!
Oh, hi!
Hello, Uncle Ajay.
Hello, hello. Who's down for some Queen Amman?
What's that?
It's stuff that's way better than those idlis.
Which is less fattening?
Fattening? That reminds me of a funny story from JC that involves your dad, mom, and a croissant eating competition.
Oh, it's a really funny one.
No prizes for guessing who won. The one with the bottomless pit for a stomach.
I have to go get ready for work.
How's it? Nice?
I'm thinking of moving back to the house.
You were the one who insisted on staying for observation long after the doctors cleared you to leave.
I can change my mind, can't I?
Well, let me warn you first. Back at home, you're not going to have the whole hospital at your beck and call like you're used to.
It's not for me. I'm doing this for the sake of my children.
Are you feverish or something?
I mean it, Jessica. Look at the way things turn out for Yoke and Shen. Louis getting divorced after 3 months. I just want to be there to set a good example for them.
They're not 12 anymore. What do you hope to achieve?
We can work on our marriage. Show them that it's indeed possible to have a good marriage and relationship.
Look, Derek, I really appreciate the effort you're making. I really do. But all eyes are on us right now. Who knows what people will think if you suddenly move back home? It might be counterproductive. Maybe it's better that we wait a while, let things settle a bit.
If you don't want me back home, Jessica, just tell it to my face instead of coming up with these stupid excuses.
Wait. Remember when you told me about conduct disorder? What if
Maybe we should get back to talking about Lady Lemon.
Khalid doesn't just have conduct disorder? What if it's something more serious?
If you're still worried about the whole Khalid making up stories about monsters to scare Nikki and Maxine, it's fine. You sorted all of that out yesterday.
But what if bullying is just the beginning? Like a gateway drug?
I know it's not easy, but don't get ahead of yourself. Okay, you'll figure things out along the way, just like I did with each of my 3 kids.
She kicked up such a big fuss when I wanted to stay in hospital. Now she's kicking up a big fuss when I want to move back.
Yeah, I don't like Jessica, but maybe this time she's correct.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, that boy Ari was so angry with you. He even threw a shoe at you. What if he looks for you and cause trouble at your house?
Don't even talk about that incident. The company that bears my name could have backed me up, but they chose not to.
Yeah, what do you expect them to do? It's not their scholarship.
I'm talking about James. It's his scholarship. It's his fault that boy came to look for me, accusing me of hypocrisy.
James is trying to do a good thing with the scholarship. Help people. I'm sure you know about that, so stop grumbling. So, are you going to listen to Jessica now?
I'm hungry. What's for lunch?
Didn't you just have your snack? Your stomach must be like Dad's, like a bottomless pit. If you're not careful, one day you're gonna end up his size, you know.
Hey! You of all people shouldn't be body shaming Dad or encouraging it. Nikki, we Balas are big bone, but that's what makes us strong.
Look, those are Uncle Ajay's words, not mine.
That guy needs to ease up on Dad. He might hurt Dad's feelings. Plus, I think he misses Mummy a lot when Uncle Ajay and Auntie Ananya keep bringing up their school days.
I'm sure Dad can handle it.
Well, I'm not. Bought you your favorite mutton biryani.
What's this for?
Just take it. Why do you have to question my intentions? My God.
Well, there's always intentions.
I noticed this morning that you're upset as soon as Uncle Ajay started talking about your school days. Then I found out that this morning at 4 a.m., you weren't working on your computer. So I just want to check in.
Well, school wasn't my favorite time, to be honest. People used to make fun of me for being, well, big-boned. Your mother's the only one who made me feel accepted for who I was.
She's not the only one.
Thank you, Nina. Well, I guess all this talk about school has made me miss your mom quite a bit.
Well, if you want, you can tell me what you miss about her.
I don't want to bore you.
No, I'm serious. I love to hear stories about Mummy, but you never seem keen.
Well, let me help keep her memory alive. Just so you know, it's going to cost you more biryanis.
Sorry, Yoke, I haven't been able to get in touch with Yang.
Maybe I'm just kidding myself this whole time. For all we know, this is what Shen really wants. And even if it isn't, he's letting Yang do it, so that says a lot.
I've never thought about it that way.
Jessica says that Shen doesn't deserve me. What if he feels the same way? I mean, I'm probably the only person in his life who has stood by him in spite of his condition.
Which is seriously admirable.
So how can I leave him now? Especially when he needs me the most.
True, being there for him is probably the best thing you can do for him right now.
Thank you. Ella, you're the only one who really gets it.
The very first time I laid eyes on your mom was the first 3 months in JC. Back then, you could get into JC based on your prelim results, so everyone wore our own school uniforms.
That's so cool.
Back then, some girls used to swap uniforms for fun. Anyway, I saw your mother getting scolded by a teacher for having colored hair. Not that she was listening. She caught me checking her out.
Mommy dyed her hair in school.
Quite havoc. The teacher wanted her to get it fixed and report to her the next day. But the next day, your mom turned out with the Nasim girl's uniform.
Did she dye her hair back?
Nah, she got booked once again. But this time, she was Isabel Naya. She noticed that I'd seen all this and she winked at me. I just felt this rush.
Can't believe you were together since JC.
Well, that season of my life is over. I'm just thankful that she shared it with me.
You must get lonely sometime.
With you and your brothers driving me up the wall every day, who's got time to feel lonely?
Why don't you go and get the coffee first? I'm gonna pop by boss lady.
What are you up to?
Yoke is very vulnerable right now. She shouldn't be talking to you or anyone.
So the only person she's talking to is you?
I'm the only person she wants to talk to. So if you don't want to stress her out, keep your distance. Get it?
You can hand over the Barker-Smith project to me now.
I haven't completed the analysis yet.
It's quite slow and unproductive of you.
Yeah, well, there's about 500 pages to get through, and I only just got it today, so, you know...
As I said, slow and unproductive. Hey.
Hey, Shira. Sorry to interrupt. Can I talk to you?
It's fine, I have to go anyway. Nanya, I look forward to receiving the project file by today.
So what's up?
I'll get straight to the point. This whole co-parenting thing has been going on for a while. And I know that Pati is chasing you guys to make it official or whatever. So where are you two on that?
Laurie, bring my bag up from the car.
Derek, I thought we agreed it would be better if we wait till things calm down before you move the bag.
We didn't agree. Anyway, Gwyneth and the crew will be coming along soon.
Kenneth from the Prattler. Have you learned nothing from that exclusive you gave her at the hospital?
This press conference is going to be different.
How long more? Can I go and play now?
Just one last question, okay? Last one. When you see someone who needs help, and if you are able to help, do you A, go and help them because it's good to help others, or B, let them do it themselves because people should learn to help themselves?
B.
Do you understand the question?
Yes, can I go now?
I was photographed in a confrontation with a young man named Ari 2 weeks ago. As I now understand, Ari's father was a victim of the illegal organ trafficking operation that I was a part of. I served my time for the offense, and I'm continuing to try to make amends. I would like to offer an unequivocal apology to Ari for the misunderstanding. and to his family for their loss.
A misunderstanding. Your personal security manhandled the boy. In fact, your son James had to intervene.
I regret that I didn't handle that better, just as I regret the hurt that I caused all the families I took advantage of. This is why I'm now devoting my time to supporting the Open Future project, to assist those at risk of organ trafficking. Just in time. My good friend Michael Chan from the Windmill Hotel Group, who also sits on the board of Kwan Shelley United Holdings. He can attest to my commitment to making amends.
Shouldn't I be worried about this? The test seems to suggest... Okay, well, it's not just the test. He's been getting into fights in school, bullying other kids, and he has even set things on fire. Surely I should be worried. Everything seems to suggest that my son is showing signs of antisocial and violent behavior.
Guys, we need to talk.
Watch how I'm gonna get my revenge. No. Hey!
This is urgent.
Yeah, you couldn't wait just one more minute?
No, we need to talk about Dad and we need to do it now.
Derek Shelley appears very much a changed man, sincere in his desire to make amends for his misdeeds.
Well, that's either very charitable of the prattler or very gullible.
Even the charity is standing up for him. Clarissa Long, director of the Open Future Project, told the prattler that Derek has been a great advocate for their cause.
So it looks like your dad managed to turn this thing around.
That's a good thing, right?
You see how James' instincts about this were right? Clearly, he's more than capable of redeeming his own reputation. You, on the other hand, wanted to rush to defend your poor daddy. You and your knee-jerk reactions.
Will Derek Shelley become the king alongside Queen of Hearts Jessica Shelley?
You're welcome, by the way. I think I made the both of us look good.
Yes, I suppose you did manage to pull it off.
I'm not so clueless when it comes to PR after all, am I?
You know what? We should strike while the iron is hot. Announce some joint initiatives as husband and wife.
If we're gonna do that, I might as well move home.
Think about what this could do for our public image, Derek. The king and queen of hearts. Maybe I'll drop a line to Riza Hakim at the distinction. We are going to have them eating out of our hands.
Hey, Dad. Come, have a seat.
What is this? An intervention? I swear I didn't do anything.
Just sit down, you'll find out soon enough.
You know about this?
Dad, Nathan, Nikki and I have discussed this and we've reached a consensus.
About what?
It's time for you to start dating again, Dad.
I heard her myself, complaining that Khalid has psychological problems, even said he'll become a criminal one day.
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past him.
Sarah, this is no laughing matter.
Shira says Khalid is a sociopath? Based on what? You can't even diagnose these things until you...
Who knows? Maybe she was saying all this to trick us into giving up Khalid. It's part of her plan.
Ibu, calm down.
Your Abang did all those things to me because of Shira's influence.
Jake, you're jumping to conclusions.
I know what I heard.
Ibu. Kak, I know you and Shira are getting along quite well right now. But it's Shira. She's capable of anything.
Or maybe Khalid's being a brat and Shira can't control him, so she is looking for something else to blame other than herself.
Can I come back already?
Maybe soon. With Ramadan coming up, and it would be good for Zara to reflect and stop being self-centered. Then she will realize she was wrong to chase you away.
For Zara's sake, I'll wait however long it takes. Has she mentioned me?
I tried to talk to her, but she just ignores me.
With bad influences like Rosani and Sheila under the same roof, I'm sure they encourage her to continue being so immature. That's why I've been trying to teach Sheila a lesson. Since she poisoned Zara against me, I wanted her to know how it feels like to get her reputation attacked.
So, you're the one who posted all the info about Shira online? Good. She deserves it.
Ibu, you have to help convince Zara to accept that it's not my fault what happened to our baby. If she's able to move on from that, then I think she'll be ready to accept me back.
I'll try my best.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I have all of you. There's no need for...
It's okay, Dad. We don't want you to feel guilty.
It's not as if you're trying to replace Mom. We know that nobody can.
Yeah, we just don't want you to be lonely.
And you're supportive of this?
Of course. Why not?
A few conditions, though. No tiger mom types. One Auntie Ananya is enough.
She also has to be a great cook who understands when I have to eat clean.
And let me play video games every day.
Oh, I see. So you're asking for someone who doesn't exist. Okay, then.
No pressure.
You know who would have been perfect if she was not taken? Annabelle.
Ew, no way.
Oh, thank goodness. If not, Crystal would be my
Step-girlfriend?
The results revealed Khalid has strong sociopathic tendencies.
Sociopathic? What sort of test is this?
Our Khalid is a good boy.
He's just a brat.
Just one thing doesn't mean...
Then when is it considered a problem? When this house burns down?
I don't think you can diagnose a child based on the test.
Rosnani, you've been through counseling with him.
Khalid is fine. What he doesn't need is people like you making up stories. You didn't raise him, we did. You were living your happy single life while we took care of him. Now you want to come here and tell us you know him better than us?